Hello. So, if you recognize this outfit, it is because I'm filming a bunch of videos all at once, so I can just have some uploaded and be done with it. I have books. I have lots of books. I have more books. I have more books to show you. These are not all the books that I've got recently because I put others away because otherwise this would take forever. I have two bags full right now. These first ones I got. Where did I get these ones from? I think I got these ones. Yeah, these ones were from Goodwill when they were having a half off all their book sale. I was like, I'm so there. So I found this one. It's Steampunk 30 Extraordinary Tales, J. Lake, Jeff Vandermeer. Introduction by Ekaterina Sedia, I think. This was $1. Whoop, I hit my cell phone. I found One Day by David Nichols. This is what that movie is based off with. What's her name? Um, Anne Hathaway. That's the word. And so this was good. This was also $1. And I found The Help by Catherine Stuckett. This was $2. I have not read this book yet, and some of you go, what? You haven't read that yet? There's a movie. Yeah. Haven't seen the movie, haven't read this, so now I have it and I can. I also found The Listener by Shira Naiman, author of Awake in the Dark. And this was $2. This is about a psychiatric hospital. You can read the summary. It's not. Uh, I don't know. I think it's supposed to be a thriller. And I just, as soon as I saw the part where it's like, it takes place at a psychiatric hospital, I'm like, no, I'll buy it. I want to read that. I also found The Independence of Miss Mary Bennet by Colleen McCullough. I'm going to go with McCullough. Author of The Thornbirds. I love this cover. And this is another UK book. Just so happens. This was $1. And this is like a companion to Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Couldn't find it at first. And it's just really very interesting. And I will be honest and say the main reason I got this was for the cover. I'm a cover fan. I also got Maximum Ride, The Angel Experiment. This is the first in his series, James Patterson series. I have two random ones. So now I have this one. So, yay. My mother actually bought one at the Scholastic Book Fair. It wasn't book fair, book warehouse sale. I always say book fair. It's just a habit. And we were just going to share it because she might not like it. But then I was like, this was half of 99 cents. So it was only like 50 cents basically. So it's like, I may as well get this. And even if she doesn't end up liking hers, I would much rather just get rid of this one and then take hers. You know, because then I'm only out 50 cents. And the more expensive one stays with the household. Yeah. I also found I Am the Messenger by Marcus Suzak. And this was also 50 cents. They didn't even question me about it being children's young adult. They love all their young adults with children's. Sometimes I've had issues. That's something else for another time. People say it's good. I have not finished reading A Book Thief yet, but I'll have this, and hopefully I like A Book Thief, and that this will be good. I also found Ruined by Paula Morris. I love the cover. It takes place in Louisiana. And she's staying in a creepy old house with her Aunt Claudia, who reads tarot cards for a living, and at the snooty prep school, a pack of filthy rich girls treat Rebecca like she's invisible. And it's the last book. That was also 50 cents. And then this is the last book from Goodwill. It's called The Serial Killers Club by Jeff Hovey. And it's seriously just about this. Yeah, he happens to defend himself against someone and ends up killing him. And he finds a card on the guy that says, "Are you a serial killer? If you are, let me see. Just a place for serial killers to come and go to reveal their stories and to get off on knowing like-minded psychopaths. Hey, it's like all minority groups. There really is nowhere to meet these days." And it talks about Errol Flynn. A personal ad inviting the killer to join a party hosted by Errol Flynn. It's just, it's not a common storyline. That is not something you normally find. I was like, I have to read that. I would have paid $6 from Barnes & Noble, but I got it for $2. So that works for me. I have another sale that I went to. I brought my own bag, so it's going to be funny looking. Oh, it's heavy. It's this bag. I just crushed it. Okay, this was at a library book sale, so hopefully I remember all these prices. This was 50 cents, and it was The Girl's Guide to Hunting and Fishing by Melissa Bank. I actually had no interest in reading this, but I saw it there for 50 cents, and I was like, it's gotten such good reviews. It has an interesting cover. I'm hoping I like it. I'm not a fan of contemporary, but it's getting cold, and I'm going to be inside more. I'm going to read more, so why not get something? And she looks cuddly and warm, so why not? And I love the plaid. I make up weird reasons to get things. I also got Bridge of Scarlet Leaves by Christina McMorris. This was also 50 cents. And I will be honest, I got this because it has deckled edges, a beautiful cover, and French flaps. It's kind of an interesting description. I mean, it's about a woman in 1941 who hooks up with someone named Lane in Los Angeles. Lane happens to be Asian American during the 1941. So, Pearl Harbor, that sort of thing, and so it's like kind of frowned upon. So, yeah, it's kind of overcoming that sort of thing. I also got this one. It was also 50 cents, and it's called This Is Where I Leave You by Jonathan Truffer. It's that one. And this is a contemporary family kind of novel. I like this cover. I'm not going to lie. I sometimes buy books for their covers. Yeah. I spotted the cover first, and while the back is mildly interesting, they say it's really funny and emotionally raw, so I want to give it a go. But the cover is worth it. And the fact that it was only 50 cents. And I got The Rebel Prince by Celine Kiernan. And this is the third in the series. The first is The Poison Throne, and the second is The Crowded Shadows. I'll have to find those because it sounds like a really good series, but it was only a quarter. So I figure I may as well get it. And even if I never get the other ones, just read this on its own. It won't hurt me any. I also found The Supernaturalist by Ian Colfer, and this is a dystopian, and it was a quarter. That's why I didn't mind that it's not in the best of shape. But I like dystopians, so you should know. I also found Peter and the Starcatchers by Dave Barry, and Ridley Pearson. It says $2, but it was only $4. And this is like a continuation of the Peter Pan stories, and I like when fairy tales, not Disney, I don't know who, J.M. Barrie, when characters are developed upon with, like, it's almost rewritten. I'm not a fan when they try to milk off another person's character and steal the story, but this is like, evolving with and not forgetting what it comes from. You know what I mean? Hope you know what I mean. I also found City of Thieves by David Benioff, and this was 50 cents as well. And this is about World War II as well. And these thieves are hired to go get eggs for for the colonel's daughter's wedding cake. And so that's what it's basically about. And yeah, it's an utterly contemporary feel for how boys become men. Why not? I also found New Bedlam by Bill Flanagan. I actually almost picked this up quite a few times from a few different places, and I was like, for 50 cents, I'm going to give it a try. It takes place in Rhode Island, and it says Bobby Conn fired people until he got fired himself. I don't know. I like these kind of things. It sounds funny. I also found Elizabeth by J. Randy Taraborelli. I actually have a Michael Jackson biography by the same person. This was 50 cents as well. and it's kind of dirty. You see that? And they marked the back. But I have Gooby Gone, and I think I might be able to get it off. Especially that the residue left over. But for 50 cents, I think it's a pretty good deal. And I've always wanted to read about Elizabeth. I think she's. I've never. Okay, I'll be honest. I've never seen any movies that she's been in, but she sounds like a nice person. Have you ever liked an actor or an actress or anybody's, a singer, and not really listened to or watched anything they did or anything like that, but you kind of just like they're, cool person. Anyway, I'm random. I also found The Boleyn Inheritance by Philippa Gregory. Yes, I don't have it. I wasn't sure because I always see this everywhere, and I was like really worried I had it already. I don't. So yeah, it has speckled edges. I have so many of her books. I swear. I love um, historical fiction from that period because I'm a big Tudor fan. I actually have a Tudor rose on the back of my neck that I got after I got back from England. I went and saw, Tower of London, Windsor Palace, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. A couple more books. What fell out? Something fell out. Anyway, Beautiful Children by Charles Bach. The cover doesn't really, in my opinion, tell you what the book is about. One Saturday night in Las Vegas, 12-year-old Newell Ewing goes out with a friend and doesn't come home. In the aftermath of his disappearance, his mother, Lorraine, makes daily pilgrimages, doesn't sound right to me, to her son's room and tortures herself with memories. Equally distraught, the boy's father, Lincoln, finds himself wanting to comfort his wife, even as he yearns for solace, a loving touch, any kind of intimacy. This is why I should not read things out loud. But it's supposed to be really good. Beautiful Children careens from the seedy to the beautiful, the domestic to the epic, all with huge and exacting heart. 50 cents as well for that. I also found Whiteout by Ken Follett. This is about a virus outbreak, and it gets to a family's home, and they basically go on the quarantine. The deadly virus, and it's near Christmas, so it'll be fitting once I can read this one during these next couple of months, and it'll be fitting. And last but certainly not least, now where did this is weird. Okay, I will say just real quick, they gave they were giving out lanyards, and I got a pink one, but I don't know where it went. That's so weird. But anyway, final book, Her Fearful Symmetry by Audrey Niffinger. Same person who wrote The Time Traveler's Wife, which I have not read. I own it, but I haven't read it. But this sounded really good. Let's see. Julia and Valentina Poole are semi-normal American 20-year-olds with seemingly little interest in college or finding jobs. Their attachment to one another is intense. One morning, the mailman delivers a thick envelope to their house in the suburbs of Chicago. From a London solicitor, the enclosed letter informs Valentina and Julia that their English aunt, Elspeth Noblin, whom they never knew, has died of cancer and left them her London apartment. There are two conditions to this inheritance: that they live in it for a year before they sell it, and that their parents not enter it. Julia and Valentina are twins. So were the estranged Elspeth and Edie, their mother. So yeah, it's about them moving to it, and it overlooks Highgate Cemetery. Yeah, Highgate Cemetery, by the way, it's a cemetery, I realize, but it's gorgeous. The statues there, it's amazing. They also have somebody's gravestone that just says DEAD. Seriously, just says dead. That is their cemetery gravestone. I couldn't find a name. I couldn't find a date of death, birth, nothing. Just says dead. That is a person with a great sense of humor. If they're willing to have that for their gravestone. Awesome. Okay. Anyway, so it overlooks Highgate Cemetery. I'm guessing it's supposed to end up being haunted or something. I don't know. Obviously, I have not read it. Ooh, I just noticed that. That is awesome. It looks like it's going to have pictures of Highgate Cemetery on the pages. Let's see if I can find another one. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things that I got to see when I was there. Which sounds weird, I know. But it's like going to a park and seeing statues. They're just... It was also very sad because they have let the cemetery go. There were actually garbage bins. Just with rubbish piled everywhere. And it looked like some graves were dug up. Some of the tombs had the, like, tombstones like lifted off to the side, and you could see the coffins. That was kind of creepy. Okay, there are people in there. You'd think that they'd keep it up. Ugh, it's just sad. Respect people. I know. They need more funds. That's the problem. They need more funds. Anyway, those are the books I got. Sorry, this has gone on longer than it needs to. I ramble. I know. I apologize. But thank you for watching. Hopefully, sparked your interest in more of these books, even though I didn't give as good of reviews, well, synopsises as I should have. And I apologize for that. But thank you again for watching, and I hope you're not tired.